I'm actually dancing to the beat. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ai-dol. So I wanted to check out this game. This is one of those Yuri visual novels that was written by ebi-hime. This is me from the future coming to say I know it's pronounced ebi-hime. So sorry. I've watched enough Tsubasa Chronicles to know better. Who's done a lot of the other she's done a lot of Yuri visual novels. For example, she's done Blackberry Honey. I think she also worked on The Way We All Go, which is another one. This is a game that's literally just about an artificial intelligence idol and you falling in love with her. It is a little older. It's about 2 years old, but I don't think that there have been like a lot of playthroughs on it, so I wanted to check it out. I remember playing it a couple years back, not really getting a long way through it because I was just like, there were so many things going on in my life at that time because I was still working on grunge. And not having more time to play more, but always being interested in playing more, so I wanted to play this with you guys and see if you were interested in possibly continuing it further, because it is a very cute world and it's a very cool story. The night is dark and cool. A soft but insistent wind blows through the streets, shaking trees and catching at coats of the passing pedestrian shiver. Hands are inserted firmly into pockets and all eyes are focused down on the gray sidewalk. Street lamps flicker at intervals, dotting the realm with pools of bright synthetic light. A few moths flutter about the artificial glow, desperate for warmth in the bitter cold. Tires screech across the tarmac, headlights flicker, a horn honks. In a corner of the cityscape nestled between large glass buildings as though it has always been there and always will be, is the headquarters of one of the most well-known manufacturers of idols, Lyric. Yes, manufacturers, in the most literal sense of the word. Please don't do this. A man's voice cracks. He holds he should be a little nerdier then. He holds one hand against his chest, his eyes large and imploring, his tie is crumpled and his collar crooked. His forehead is slick with sweat, despite the damp, chill night air. I worked so hard for this cause. You know that. You should know. I've been here since the very beginning. So why... The man straightens his back, but his voice trembles. So does his body. His arms fall against his sides. The tendons beneath his skin tense and his fingers clench into fists, though that action doesn't promise violence. He's always been a retiring sword. He has to be. It's not possible to make it to the top if you have a temper. Not in Lyric. The president has no use for workers who argue back. The programmer knows this. He knows simply by standing there, he's just digging his own grave. But what other choice does he have? Why are you doing this to me? The president surveys the hairy programmer. His fingers steeple together. His eyes are cold and hard. Are you not already aware of your position? I'd appreciate it if you'd just be more transparent, sir. Well, it's fairly simple. Lyric is an influential company. It is only by keeping our employees on a tight leash that we've been able to dominate the market so thoroughly. We will not tolerate insubordination. It is as simple as that. But... The president raises a hand. He looks disapproving, like a father scolding a naughty child. It stings. Please cease complaining. You should have known what would happen the moment you tampered with various files. Your behavior could be considered hacking, legally speaking. You're lucky we're not pursuing this matter further. I didn't do anything of the sort. That isn't true. We have it on file. Your account accessed and edited several files beyond your authorization. Do you have any proof? Don't they? They have logs? Okay, anyways. He just said, as the president, I have no obligation to show you any proof. I'm simply stating the facts. The color drains from the programmer's face, not that it's immediately apparent. The president's office far nicer than his cubicle with the notes stuck haphazardly to the pinboard, and the rings of numerous coffee cups on the desk is bathed in darkness. In addition, you have intimate knowledge about the programming of our virtual idols. That makes you a threat to security. The young man opens and closes his mouth, but no words come out. There are no words to say. He is already lost. He lost the moment he entered the president's office. The president is not a man to be argued with. It's not possible. His defenses are immaculate, like a chess computer that has studied the moves of thousands upon thousands of professional players. How could a mere human ever hope to face off against a monster like that? You will leave the premises and never return. Any attempts of resistance will be taken seriously. If such an unpleasant situation arises, you will be prosecuted and sent to prison for the damages. As I have said, we are being awfully lenient with you, in deference to the time you have poured into our projects. You were a good employee. You worked hard. I respected that. We at Lyric all respected that, and this is the least that we can do for you. I have no desire to humiliate you more than you have been already. But that's a lie. It's all a lie. These platitudes are nothing more than a salve to make the pain of dismissal sting less, but they don't work. With that being said, I want to thank you on behalf of Lyric for all your dedicated years of hard work. Good night, and goodbye. Forever. For a few moments, wild thoughts run through the programmer's head. He imagines taking a step forward and sinking his fist into the president's jaw. But the moment passes. He doesn't move. Instead, he stands there as still as a statue and breathes slowly. Yes? Why are you still standing there? Do you need somebody to escort you off the premises? The young man shakes his head. He's already been humiliated enough tonight. That would be the final straw. It's quite alright, but it isn't. My apologies. I'll see myself out. Very good. Then, as you will. The president's voice is hard as steel. It leaves no room for argument. The programmer wants to ask what will happen to his belongings, but he doesn't have too many items in his office that he really cares about. Just his mug, the potted plant, and a few photographs. Knowing the efficiency of Lyric Corp, they'll have that all packed for him already. His mug and his plant and the photographs might be waiting for him on the doorstep of his apartment in a cardboard box with his name written on it. He sniffs. His eyes are moist. He isn't going to cry. He's too old to cry. But he tries to maintain cool and calm, dignified. What else does he have left? Not your dignity, dude. Look at it. It's beautiful. Oh, look. We've got this cool intro that I really hope doesn't get copyright claimed, because that would be really annoying. Oh, there's so many different characters in this game, which is one of the things that I also really like about it. And there's different side stories with like some of the characters here too, which is super, super interesting. Because I've never played like a lot of visual novels that have like these stories going on, where, you know, I could count the letter. The letter though is like you assume each of the main characters, so it's kind of like this is like, I'm talking about like it's written almost like an episode of a teen sitcom or like some kind of TV show. Like, you jump around to different perspectives and there's different characters that are having their own story, and you're not always present, but you're like, your main character who you play as is not always present, but you play witness to it. Oh, this is lyrics. Oh, I love it. So cute. I need to find me a girlfriend so that we can make the stupid heart with our hands. I say it's stupid because I'm insecure and sad about the fact that I'm single. No, not really though. That's a damn lie. Like, let me back that up for a second. That is a goddamn lie. I don't like relationships. I play visual novels because I'm like, relationships are nice in theory, but they're also hard. Hey, Hana, honey, there's a package for you. For me? That's enough of an incentive to make me take off my headphones. I'm not the kind of girl who gets that excited as a general rule. Not that it's a real rule or anything. I mean, in today's world, with overpopulation, rising unemployment, and digitization making a lot of jobs out in the countryside defunct, it's hard to get excited about anything much. Other than the impending doom of our civilization. That sounds a bit depressing though, so I'll stop. There's no point getting upset about things that can't change. I mean, I'm just a high school student. I'm probably too young to worry about stuff like this. That's what Mom tells me. And speaking of Mom, Hana, do I need to go up there and get you? No, it's fine, just a sec. I exited my room and walked down the stairs, taking them two at a time. My fingers barely brushed the handrail. I know, it's not exactly ladylike, but I think everyone gets excited when they hear those 5 magical words. There's a package for you. It never fails to make my heart skip a beat. Usually, yes, that is the case, but sometimes I get concerned that... there was one time that I like freaked out because I wasn't expecting a package. My apartment has had like weird situations with packages. I got someone's will and testament delivered to me once. That's not something that you want to get in the mail. It never fails to make my heart skip a beat. Goodness, Hannah, it took you long enough. Sorry, I was listening to music. You're always listening to music. That's why your hair's so mussed up. You look like you've been dragged through a hedge. Is there a problem with that? I guess not. But as your mother, it's my duty to make sure you look adorable at all times. I thought as your daughter, I already looked adorable to you at all times. Well, more adorable. Mom's pretty relaxed as far as parents go, but she has this thing about my appearance. She loves fussing over me. I keep my hair short so I don't have to worry about it, but that doesn't stop Mom licking her fingers and patting it down every time our paths cross. What am I, a lion cub? Always. Never mind my hair. Aww. I bat Mom's fingers aside. Mom pouts childishly. She almost looks my age when she does that. It's a little disconcerting. Is this the package? I point to a cardboard box lying at the foot of the stairs. I don't really know why I'm asking. It has to be the package, because it's the only package in the immediate vicinity, unless it's some kind of cruel joke. Oh my gosh. I hate to say it, but visual novels do things like this as jokes, where they do like a lot of overwriting and over-explanation as jokes. As a player of visual novels, I get kind of tired when visual novels do that kind of thing. That's why I appreciate games like Monster Sweethearts, because the dog upstairs is angry again. That's why I appreciate games like Monster Sweethearts, because it doesn't keep us, like, we're here one moment and then we're out. We're here one moment and then we're out. And something that I'm kind of learning in film school is that you don't want to linger in moments too long. Because you want them to be sure to have a profound impact, but you also don't want to make people antsier for the next part of the story. That is a plague with visual novels. That's not just common in Yuri novels. That's like with a lot of visual novels. So yeah, Mom isn't the kind of person to pull pranks like that, though, even if she does act like a kid sometimes. Also, the thing with visual novels where it's a lot of tell but not show, and you're supposed to show and not tell. Like, they do a lot of over-explanation about the background, and really, like, the dialogue should be giving away kind of the character interactions. I don't really care about the character's innermost thoughts because I'm already assuming the position of the character. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry, rant over. That's right, it only arrived a few minutes ago. Hey, do you mind if I take a sneaky peek at it? Oh, if you want, just give me a sec to get it open. I retrieve a knife from the kitchen and return to the entrance hall, taking a seat on the stairs. I guess I could take the package to my room, it's a lot cozier up there, but I'm too excited. I want to see what's inside the package right now. At a glance, the package doesn't look like that important. It's a brown cardboard box sealed with packing tape, just like any other. There is, however, one crucial difference. The lyric logo is embossed on the side. It has to be that. There's nothing else it could be. Aiko. Mom glances at my face. I think my cheeks are turning red, and laughs. She digs me in the side with her elbow. You look like a maiden who's fallen in love for the first time. Mom? My face burns. I dig her back. I know she's joking, but that might not be too far from the truth. My obsession with Aiko isn't that dissimilar to love. But that's ridiculous. For one thing, Aiko isn't even a real person. She's a virtual idol. For another, it's not like I'll ever meet her. She's a celebrity beloved by millions, whereas I'm just Hana. Ogaba Hana, a 17-year-old high school student who lives in Fukuoka. I listen to a lot of music, I don't have many friends, and my hair's short and choppy, because taking care of it's a pain. I feel that. As someone with short and choppy hair, I feel that. There's nothing special to see here. Aiko, however, Aiko really is special. I'm glad Mom, well, maybe not understands, but she at least accepts my Aiko obsession. Sometimes she pokes fun at my hobby. It's hard not to, given my room's like a shrine for Aiko-related merch, but she's never nasty about it. She doesn't sneer. That's a lot better than some people's mothers. Come on, Hana, open it! She does, however, get very excited whenever a new package arrives for me. Okay, calm down. My grip on the knife tightens. I bring it to the box, pressing the blade against one of the flaps and slice open the packing tape with a well-practiced motion. It's the motion of a person who lives solely for Aiko-related merch bought. I'm gonna skip some of this dialogue. I'm sorry, but like, I understand. Like, I know I don't need all this dialogue. I don't need the inner monologue. Oh, let me have a go. Sure. I hand a strip of bubble wrap over to my mom, which she pops contentedly between her manicured nails. So, what did you get, Hana? I turn the object over in my hand now and device it of its wrapping. It is excitingly another box. A bright pink box emblazoned with images of Aiko. It's what's inside the box, however, that's really important. It's a limited edition Aiko figure. I managed to get it on pre-order. I sigh softly, holding the box to my chest. The figure inside, still unseen, rattles. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god. Overwriting. I didn't think I'd be able to get her. I mean, she was pretty pricey, and you know how popular Aiko is. Yes. Mom smiles, still popping bubble wrap. What a kid. I know only too well. It still doesn't feel real. Well, it is real. If anybody deserves that limited edition figure, Hana, you do. Nobody loves Aiko as much as you do. Thanks. I set the unopened box to one side shyly. coiling a strand of hair about one finger. I've had a space clear on my shelf for this figure for a few months. Now I can finally put her where she belongs. The other Aikos will be less lonely now. I'm sure they'll be happy to have a new little sister. My figures are sisters, aren't they? Okay, yup. You know, Hana, Mom's finally set the bubble wrap down. You're so serious about Aiko. Not that it's a bad thing. She's cute, and while I don't know much about her music, her songs are so catchy, it's hard not to smile when you listen to her. I just think it might be a good idea if you put your energy into some other things too. I'm not saying you should stop collecting Aiko merchandise, because I know how much she means to you, but it might be a good idea if you tried making a few more friends. Just a sprinkling? How can you make a sprinkling of friends? Maybe it's like cooking, you know? You add a sprinkling of sesame seeds. I don't follow. I'm going about this all wrong. That isn't what I mean. You know, Nadeshiko's daughter, little Yuko? Yuko isn't that little, Mom. She's 3 years older than me. Didn't she audition at Lyric? She's working as an idol now. Well, how about this? I know how much you love idols, so why don't you try and channel your passion into something productive? Have you thought about becoming an idol yourself? Okay, blah blah blah. I'm legit skipping this. I know that I tend to be a little bit better with Monster Sweethearts about reading everything, because Monster Sweethearts, like I said, it's not that long, it just gets right to the point, and games like this don't. I'm not sure about that. I like idols a lot, but that doesn't mean I want to be one. But it would do wonders for your social skills, honey. Think about it. It would give you opportunities you could only dream about. You meet so many new people. And that's the part that's making me feel like throwing up. I'm not really a people person. Really, I couldn't... It's not for me. Can you imagine me on a stage singing? That's a recipe for disaster. I know it will be hard for you, sweetie, but I've heard you singing in the shower. You have a good voice. It's a little unpolished, yes, but I don't think you're any worse than some of these so-called idols you hear on the radio. In fact, you're even better. That Aiko Tsubasa. Tsubasa might not have a good voice, but she's appeared in several TV dramas. She's a good actress. She's outgoing too, unlike me. Don't put yourself down like that, dear. I'm just saying this because I'm your mother. I really think you could do it. Maybe, but I have high school to worry about, then college. There isn't enough time. I know, you're so serious about your studies, and I respect that. I really, truly do. I wish I'd been half the student you were when I was your age, but you need to go out too, meet some people, have some fun. You can't stay inside your room all the time. It just isn't healthy. It hasn't killed me yet. Don't be so maudlin. I just want you to try. College can wait, and your father and I don't mind supporting you while you experiment with things. That's what life is about, experimentation. Wow, I wish I had parents like that. You wouldn't grow as a person if you don't try new things. Well, that's a little bit unfair. I think my parents have definitely, encouraged me to try new things, but within the context of, school. I feel like my parents don't necessarily understand a lot of my creative pursuits. Not that I tend to tell them too much about it. I'm trying to be a little bit more open about that. I'm pretty secretive about my work, like my screenwriting and things like that. I tend to only share things with my classmates and with my professors, people who really know my work and know my writing and know how it's expanded. I've gotten a little bit better about talking to them about that, but I remember growing up, there were things that I wasn't really allowed on the internet. I wasn't allowed to post comics or really do any kind of writing on the internet or anything like that. I literally had a secret fan fiction account. I hid that from my parents because I wanted the feedback from community and fan members for the story, the fandoms that I was writing fiction for. And I don't think that parents entirely get that. I don't think that they get sort of passion projects or creative projects when you're a kid, and they just kind of underestimate it for you. It's not their fault. It doesn't mean that your parents a tool. It's just that I wish that parents were more open to experimentation, and when their kid says something like, hey, I want to make YouTube videos, or hey, I want to do something like this, and then when I was a teenager, things weren't so accessible as they were now. Now you can just go on TikTok and become an internet celebrity if you want to. You can do comedy sketches, you can do kind of whatever you want on there. But when I was a kid, no. You won't grow as a person if you don't try new things. Okay, fine. If you want me to, I suppose I can give it a go. Do you really truly mean it? If it'll get you off my back. Okay, blah blah blah. So she's very insecure. This is unbearable. So she's gonna try to be an idol, but she doesn't want to because she's insecure and she doesn't have a lot of thoughts, and she's insisting that she's happy with her life. Please help me find my programmer. It is okay. So there's an idol board. This is the idol board. Is, oh my god, wait, we can save. Look at that. Oh look, this is the last time that I played it was back in April, like years ago. Okay. Please help me find my programmer. It is of the utmost importance. Sincerely, Aiko. Or kind of annoying, more than kind of. I have to stop myself from gritting my teeth together. That won't help matters. Okay, blah blah blah. So she thinks that this person is fake. Hey, I don't know if you read the rules, but this isn't a role-playing board. The moderators are pretty strict about this. For your sake, you should probably delete that thread. Greetings, Mrs. Acidic Flower. Thank you for your concern. However, as I am the real Aiko, you have no need to be alarmed. I am not playing a role other than the role that has been assigned to me by my programmer, and there should be nothing wrong with being myself. It's the actual idol that's on the other end here. I'm sorry, but I find that rather hard to believe. Oh dear, which part are you having trouble accepting, if I may ask? All of it? I accept that this might be shocking, but I am telling the truth. I promise you that. I really am the real Aiko. I don't care if you're Cleopatra, this is getting out of hand. It doesn't make any difference to me if you delete your thread or not, but if you leave it up, you'll get in trouble. Trouble? What matter of trouble? A moderator will probably kick you off of the idol boards for good, especially if you keep acting like this. If you know what's good for you, you stop messing around. It's annoying. Forgive me. I hope I've not offended you, Mrs. Acidic Flower. As I said, I'm telling the truth. I have not been programmed with the capability for telling falsehoods. Sure, whatever. I realize you are probably busy, and I apologize for intruding, but I am in dire need of assistance. Would it be at all possible for us to converse further? So, they want to talk further, and so this person, Hana, is annoyed, but she's also intrigued, so she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. You have a new contact. Her song is, oh my god, this person is finding us. I apologize, Mrs. Acidic Flower, if I have annoyed you in any way, but I'm in dire need of assistance. I would not joke about such a thing. What? How did they get my contact info? That's weird. I don't know how you got my Paku Paku ID, but I'll report you for harassment if you keep doing this. It's not funny anymore. I'm sorry, Mrs. Acidic Flower. I truly am. I know this is unforgivably rude, not to mention intrusive, but I need help. I assure you I would not resort to such drastic measures if I had any other recourse. If you are unavailable, could you perhaps give me another contact with whom I could speak? It is unbecoming to admit such a thing, but there's something I'm worried about. This girl is an insult to Aiko fans. She's like all upset. I agree with you, Heartsong. You do need help. You need help getting over yourself. You're not the real Aiko, and you never will be. You're just a bored nobody who wants to get attention. Stop living in a dream world and get a life. I understand why you feel that way. I apologize for going about this in the wrong way. Truly, I do. She's literally like apologizing for her existence. I only hope I have not upset you too deeply. We're gonna reply. Alright, that's something. I suppose I can accept your apology for now. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. No need to thank me, and you don't need to keep signing your name off at the end of your messages. Oh, I don't? I thought it was polite to sign one's name, like writing a letter? Don't be stupid, you're not writing a letter. This is a messaging service. I can already see your screen name. Oh, I see. Well, this should save quite a lot of time. Thank you for telling me, Mrs. Acidic Flower. It's no problem. I mean, it's just common sense. Some people say I'm rather lacking in that department. I can tell. So what is it? What do you want? I suppose I should tell you what has been troubling me. I can't find my programmer. It is of the utmost urgency that I find him or her. How do you not know what gender your own programmer is? It's complicated. I believe I used to know, but the place where that information was stored has since been wiped. Wiped? By who? By Lyric. Why would Lyric do that to their own idol? That's part of the issue. I can't remember. All my programming pertaining to my true programmer has been deleted. I have been assigned a new head programmer, but I know he's not my original programmer. How can you tell? If he was, he would be more familiar with my internal processing. The plot thickens. Interesting. You know what? Unless this is some weird role-playing thing, I still think you're trying to trick me. Do you have any way to substantiate your claims? I'll be making an appearance at a convention called Ai-dol Fest this weekend. Please see the attachment for clarification if you desire further proof. So? That flyer doesn't prove anything. There are efforts all around town and on the net. If you come to the event, I will give you a signal during my concert to prove who I am. Ah. Let's see here. Is this the real one? Spoiler. Fine, I wasn't planning to go, but I have to see this for myself. You're on. Thank you, Mrs. Silkflower. You've been a great help. While at the convention, we can talk through this phone app. Let us speak again later. Alright, so we gotta go to this convention, see if we can figure out this person, and then essentially our characters just kind of calm down. But I think I'm going to leave this episode for now because I've been recording for a little bit of time. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this series. If you want to see me do another episode of this, please leave a like on this video just so that I know. It also really helps the channel out. And if you like this video and you want to see future videos from me, please consider subscribing to the channel. That also really helps me out. You can leave a like. And then if you want to go even further than that, you can contribute to my Patreon. If you contribute $10 a month, you can be listed as a co-contributor on my videos. Special thanks to Ace Wolf again for being a co-contributor on this video. But even just $1 a month really does help me out, as I'm a poor college student. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed, and without further ado, bye!